Hello everyone, TheOtherJared here. Playing session 0.5 of Secret of 12 Crystals, The Path to Ruin. We wanted to get some role-playing in, so we've already done all the session 0 stuff, got that out of the way. It was everybody's got their characters for the time being. We're just going to roll with them. They may change. But as a quick introduction, let's go ahead and go down the line and everybody get give a description of your character as it stands now. Again, these may change. But starting with the names in order. Alexander. Dimian.
I am Alexander, a great warrior of death and destruction. Oh, I mean, hi. The basic, and that is entirely it. Crazy, killer, and servant of death. And a knight adorned in great armor.
All right, next, Ice.
Huh?
You didn't change your character name. Or
What?
We'll get back.
What?
We'll come back to you. Joltz.
Okay.
I am Taliandai. I'm a graduate of the College of Bards, and also I'm a graduate of the College of Bards, and I'm also a cleric of the Path of Light. I believe that I believe in the knowledge that surrounds us could strengthen one another, and due to this, I find myself on an adventure in order to find such lore that's been lost to time, and once again allow civilization to learn from it and grow.
Oh, also, when you're giving your description, say your race and class. So, Dimi, Dimi, what is your race and class?
I'm a simple human, but I'm a warlock.
Okay.
And heavy plate.
Joltz?
Wow.
I am a half-elf, and I am a bard and a cleric mix.
Okay, and I don't know. We're having some technical difficulties with plasmas, so but I think you can talk. So go ahead and describe your character if you can.
Hello, everyone. My name is Valus. I am a wood elf, and I'm also a bard. I enjoy having a great time once in a while, and I really can't say no to a pretty face.
Oh, awesome.
Great.
That was actually amazing.
Awesome.
I
I'm sorry, I didn't
really
get all
like
that. Could you say that again? I'm kidding. All right,
I didn't catch any of
I
that,
can say
nor did
it
I
again.
care.
Just hold still while I beat you with my lute.
I heard that.
Still, I slap you silly with this thing. Shut the fuck up.
He's a better bard than I.
I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. I'm gonna pronounce your characters' names wrong for probably the first few sessions if they're not Steve or Joe or Bob. Immoshen, sweet emotion.
Immoshen.
Okay. And that is played by Ray.
Yep.
Go ahead and yeah.
I'm playing as Immoshen. She is the firstborn daughter of a drow household, so highborn, noble, whatnot. Blood runs. How's it going to put that? Blood runs thicker than water, so we are very family orientated, but we're nefarious and we do worship the blue dragon as our deity. Other than that, we're, well, just quiet and we stick to the shadows. But anyone who crosses us will either die or be shoved aside.
Okay, the blue dragon's name is Plithios. Here, I'll type it down there.
Thank you.
Plithios.
And she's usually not this talkative, so she's very quiet, reserved, and just is a guardian of her family, really.
Okay. And the blue dragon represents hate. There is an introduction that I will get into. I don't know if I should read it now or not. Well, anyways, we got Ice. Last but not least.
God. I'm trying to find the name of my god. Son of a bitch. Where is it?
Just make it
I know
up.
I put it somewhere. Oh.
I forgot to mention one thing about my guy.
Mm-hmm.
I am very flashy.
Oh.
How flashy?
Like you like to flash?
How
Like,
flashy are you?
No, like,
Oh, okay.
if he was going into a tavern or something, suddenly all the candles and fire would go out. Suddenly the doors would burst open, lights would flash all over the place, sparks would rain down from the ceiling, and he would just walk in. Hello, everyone!
And his loot
I
is
am
badass. There's something special about his loot. Is that safe to say?
I'll tell him.
Yeah.
Basically, my loot controls ambient sound.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So, say we were in a really busy part of town. If I started playing, all the sound would stop, and all you could hear is the slow crackling of fire and the running of a river.
That's
This
kind of
is
cool.
fucking
actually.
cool.
That's actually really awesome.
Okay, it's all right. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, no one really fucking cares, but...
All right. So, don't worry about the deity, but give us a brief little description of your character.
Fuck, but
Is it Thana or Thana, or is that even the name you're going with, or
Thana.
Thana? All right.
Thana.
What she said.
We have- so,
Tell us
This
about
is
your
not
character.
fucking... Well, if I could
The
just
deity's
fucking
not that
find-
important. Just you could just say.
It's important to me!
Nah, deities aren't important.
So just fucking eat shit and pay.
All right. Well, we'll get back to you then whenever you're ready.
I'm
For now,
with my life right now.
it's all right. Yeah, we have had technical difficulties all night, so this is not going to go.
Nothing
through at
works for me. Plus, I'm
Um,
sick.
all. Yeah.
Why can't things just function?
She's sick. She just got arrested. She just got out of prison after being in there for 30 years. Give her a break.
If I was, how could I be 18 and been in prison for 30 years?
Hey, I never said you
Did
were
I like
18.
pop out of my mother?
I never said you're
Did
18.
I just like, pop out of my mother in the prison like, hey? And they're like, your child committed the crime too, therefore they must serve their entire life in prison.
oh no!
Okay, so and then last but not least, after is our NPC Natelli, and she is a cyborg. Just kidding. She is a centaur, however you want to pronounce it. Atari, centauri. But we'll introduce her later. For now, you guys,
I found it!
They haven't worked on their backgrounds yet. It's kind of a shot in the dark at this point. So some things are gonna change. But where you guys are going to end your background, or where the last thing that happened is you guys went to bed in whatever place you rest, whether it's on the forest floor or in a house, in a cot, and on top of your lover. I don't care. You went to bed one night. And that's where the story is going to happen, is when you wake up. But before we get to that,
Right.
I think Ice has everything she needs.
Yeah, finally.
So,
Sorry. I am Thana Delcaun, child of the god Nerul, chosen by him personally to lead his army and his kingdom. Step in my way, and I will end you. Join me, and you will see the fruits of my kingdom.
All right. What
I'm
is,
done now. I'm going home.
Holy shit, that was hot!
what is your class and race?
I am a necromancer and I am a high elf. Oh, well, I'm technically a wizard, but I'm a high elf.
Okay.
We have we have all the elf races.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
So, let me take
I'm going back to my spells now.
take you
Good
guys
lord,
to
if
the
there
map.
was a fix, if there was like...
Okay, so
Hey, Jared,
yeah,
Ray has the thought for her unique item.
sure, go ahead. Oh, one thing is I give everybody their own unique item that they can come up with. Yeah, go
Oh
ahead.
shit, I didn't think of that. Fuck my ass.
Go ahead, Ray.
So, I was thinking maybe like a lightning lance that can ability to shoot off lightning bolts, like maybe once or so not recharge, but like daily. That might be a little overpowered, but yeah.
Oh no, please.
For something befitting a firstborn.
The only requirement I have, the only requirement I have for unique items is you write them into your background story. They have to be in your background story somewhere.
All right. It's family spear.
Also, Jared, the one I sent you is basically the idea of a lore book that is a large textbook with blank pages. Yeah.
Gotcha. But you guys are going to go to bed at night, wherever it is that you rest throughout the Shadow Realm.
Could you change your name so I can actually see your name?
So one thing is, you are from the Shadow Realm. You do not know that the Realm of Light exists. In fact, this red line that goes down there is a big rift. It is a wall of air. It is in fact so intense that if you were to stick your hand in it, it would rip your arm off.
That is lovely.
Miles wide. Well, you guys don't know that. It's just so thick you can't see through it. You do not know what is on the other side of it. As far as you're concerned, nothing is on the other side of it. You do not know the Realm of Light exists. So, the Shadow Realm is all you know. Another thing that everybody would know about the Shadow Realm is this black little blob here on my map is a cloud. The Shadow Realm is pretty much dark at all times. The only light you get is from the blood moon. It's a red moon, but it has phases just like our moon does, you know. It's not always a full moon, so it doesn't always give you full light. But there is a place in this world that is darker than the Shadow Realm itself, and that is this cloud that is drawn on here that will move throughout the map as we game. And you will see it from very far away, and essentially the legend goes, anybody who goes under that cloud does not come out of it. It is a place of no return. That's what everybody says. Somebody has to have went through there and came out to live, but none of you know. The bards can give me some rolls if they wish. I would say it would be history.
History?
Yeah, actually anybody who is proficient in history can roll this. It's not particularly the bards. But other than that, the cloud is a place that every single living being in this continent avoids at all costs. The other thing is, okay, let's getting those natural 20s out there.
Fuck you, Joltz.
The other thing is there's a big volcanic mountain up here, where the Empire of Darkness, as they call it, resides, and the Emperor Dozel resides. He pretty much rules over this land. And you also avoid that at all costs. But it does not move, unlike the cloud. It's pretty much stationary. You just avoid it. Other than that, we'll update you as we go on. That's all the information you really need to know for now. For now, you guys are gonna go to bed. Wherever it is you go to bed, and you're gonna have a dream, and there is gonna be a figure in your dream that I'm gonna show you a picture of, and this figure makes itself present at various times. You can describe this in your backgrounds however you wish, or you can not describe it at all. But this is what the figure looks like.
Ooh,
There's also another picture of him.
Oh,
You are sexy. So sexy. Can you come play in my dreams at night? Oh wait, you already do. Well, shit.
Every time you see him, he is torturing someone, or he is beating the shit out of somebody, or he is doing something evil. And you kind of interrupt him in your dream. And every time you interrupt him, he just looks at you and kind of gives you this evil, menacing grin. And then you continue on with your dream. Well, after having a night of these dreaming of this person, you guys will all wake up on the shoreline. And I'll show you exactly where.
Wow, we're all the way over there?
I see how it works. He touches your butt when you're sleeping and then just drops you off somewhere.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey, bye, that was fun.
Yeah, your booty hole hurts when you wake up. No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Booty hole.
Well, that's up to you. You can write in that your booty hole hurts when you wake up, but I don't care. You guys wake up at the shoreline right here, and you guys are all washed up on like a beach. Now, water here's a little different. It's more viscous than water in our normal world, and it's very purple. It's not clear. So it's imagine like an ocean, a purplish, blackish ocean of water swarming in on this beach, and you guys are all laying there, never seen each other before, and you're all washed up on this beach. Go ahead.
So, okay, I'll start off. Me and Thana know each other, but
well, that's fine. Whoever you guys know, that's fine.
Did our stuff show up too?
But that's just it.
Yeah.
I'm literally a giant guy covered in thick armor, but I have no weapon on me. Nothing can be seen on me.
Without the appropriate.
I carry a dagger. Just because I can.
And also one other thing I forgot to mention. At some point in this dream, you guys saw the other characters. Now, you can write this into your background, or I can make it up. It doesn't matter. But you guys have seen each other before in this dream, even if it was just a quick glance. But go ahead.
So, yeah, there's just this giant guy washed up on shore. No weapon in sight, but he's there.
He's there.
He's there.
He's just chilling there like supper.
Everybody roll me 100. Highest wakes up first, lowest wakes up last. That'll be the order in which you guys wake up. In case one of you guys want to take advantage of one of the other people sleeping.
Oh!
Thana, yeah.
Jared, what I roll?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Oops.
Right, he's having problems. Damn it.
You rolled a 68.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
I still win.
Can you watch
I
this?
still fucking win.
Can you watch the stream? Fucking plasmas.
I tried.
Oh, did it
There
say
you go.
fuck you to that too? Wow.
We have all
No,
of our
I
items
opened
on
this.
us, or no?
I opened the stream and it closed both the stream and Skype, so I'm not doing that.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Ray?
We have our items on us, or are we just like...
Yes, everything that is on your character sheet is with you. It washed up either right next to you or it's already on you, however you want to picture it. Or it's all sticking in the ground in front of you. I don't really care.
Are all of our character pictures on the screen?
Yes. Well, I had the introduction page when you guys were describing your characters that showed everybody's characters. So.
Stay away from me, I'm beautiful.
Yeah, you guys see a very lovely man. So, what did I say? Lowest wakes up first or highest? I already forget.
Highest.
Highest wakes up first.
Okay,
lowest wakes
so
up
Thana, you wake up first. It looks like
Alright, so...
you see all these unconscious bodies on the shore.
Alexander's unconscious, and Alexander's unconscious not too far from you.
She'll kind of walk over, slowly kind of rubbing her head. Let's see, who's got the next highest? Looks like Joltz' character. So she'll walk over to this one. This, what is he?
I'm a half elf.
This, elf-ish looking creature. And kind of, like, place her hand just in front of his mouth so that she can feel if he's breathing. Because if he's not, that shit's mine. He shall now become my slave.
Yeah, as you approach him, he starts coughing and waking up.
She quickly backs away and kind of hisses like, "Slave!" No, just kidding. She
Damn
kind
it, can't loot the corpse!
of looks around slowly before calling out in her soft tones, "Alexander." She looks at the half-elf and turns away like, "Well, Bit's alive. Let's go see if there's any other bodies." Fuck it.
Yeah, Alexander does not seem to be waking up at the moment, but this other... what is your character? Damn it. Varless.
Yeah, Varless.
Seems to be waking up, coughing out the seawater.
Well,
Just watches them wake up one at a time. Like, fuck, I can't use that one either. Sit down.
Yeah, you can kick whoever you want. I mean, you can disrupt the order, I guess.
what about your retainers? Are they alive or dead?
I don't want to disrupt the order. Oh, my retainers. I will go check them. Are any of them alive?
What are your retainers exactly? I don't remember what are they? They just a bunch of mukes?
Scribe. Fuck.
Well,
I
I
don't know. Hold on,
mean,
let me find.
if she doesn't want them, she doesn't really need them. But...
Like a right to them far away, like subfucker. I
I'm
don't
gonna
really
say
need them.
whatever your character has will be here, so they would have washed ashore with you. If
Okay.
it's on your character sheet.
Where are we?
Excuse me! Hello!
Hello, hello.
Did you
hello?
drag me out here?
No, I was dragged out here too.
Oh shit!
Immoshen, you start waking up.
Son of a bitch.
And also, by the way, one other thing, and then I'll shut up. You guys are from the Shadow Realm, so you all have very dark skin. With where your veins would be is a very bright purplish, like neon colored veins. I'll show you pictures of them. They're on the intro page. But everybody from the Shadow Realm looks like this. So.
Kinky.
So, anyways, but go ahead.
You had to send me these pictures.
Well, here I'll just show you guys
Later.
Since
You
I've already
can send me
interrupted.
later.
He's not in the chat.
Yeah.
He can't see.
Oh, okay. Well, you could just log into the game and see him. But the guy on the left here,
Pin.
see the blue markings on his skin. Her and her. Those are just some examples. You can describe it however you want, but that's kind of you all have those little markings on your skin, and you're very dark skinned. But anyways, back to the roll.
I am totally chill with this.
So, Immoshen, you're waking up now. You're coughing up seawater as this is going on.
Yes. Alright, so like I said, my character, she remains very quiet, so I'm just going to explain her actions. Her eyes bolt open, just shining blue, and she just hops up on her knees and kneeling, and from her arm, you see a bluish-purple tattoo that's mixed in with her veins. It glows, and a sudden spear comes shooting out of her hand that's crackling with lightning.
Oh, that's
As she looks around, surveying every one of you.
That's nice,
ducked
don't
down
care.
immediately. I ducked
He
down
seems
immediately.
angry.
I mean,
Yeah,
her
I ducked down
expression
immediately.
isn't angry, more cautious.
And then last but not least, Alexander will wake up.
Oh shit. Guys, the middle giant's waking up!
Just lifts itself up very slowly.
I take a look around the location, pick up a couple of grains of sand, and open up my book, flipping to a blank page. I touch the page and say, "Receive," and then I drop the grain of sand onto the page.
Okay, describe what happens.
As I drop the grain of sand onto the page, it starts to turn into this inkish black substance, and it begins spreading across the pages, almost sort of like weed growth, as the ink lines begin to turn into words describing the location and any information on this zone.
Okay,
That would involve this specific beach, since that's what the grains are associated with.
you can roll me survival to know the area. I believe that's the appropriate roll.
Yeah. Any bonuses for the item?
I'll give you advantage on the roll.
Is
Alright.
it pretty dark right now?
It's always dark. It is never not
no,
dark.
I mean, like, how hard is it for us to see right now?
The other thing is anybody from the Shadow Realm has dark vision. So you all have dark vision.
Oh.
So you guys can see 60 feet, no problem.
All right, so I kind of walk over to Thana really quick, just like
I figured you'd be around.
Kind of looking at the others and, you know, having my hands wide open, like, who are you?
A somewhat less mad person.
I suppose we're in the same position as you.
Right, so I stand in front of Thana, but slightly to the right, so everyone can see her, but I'm still in front. And I look over at the black-skinned one.
She hisses at you as the lightning crackles a bit brighter, but doesn't
trap.
It's a trap!
Everybody roll perception while you're doing this.
Just like
All right.
having a little stand down.
This is,
Okay.
this is to hear something in case you have advantage for whatever reason.
Perception.
I'm actually expertise in perception.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. Can you guys tell me how to do the whole roll? I've never been able to do that type of roll before.
Yeah,
Saying you had expertise and I still beat your bitch.
Go to your character sheet and go to the skills tab, and then there should be a dice next to perception. It's on the second column.
Yeah, my active expertise will never be as good as my passive, since my passive's 25.
Yeah, we'll get into passive, but you guys are kind of not really passively looking. You're kind of focusing on each other. So
no.
this has to be something.
No. Passive is
No,
just...
passive is actually the opposite of what I just said. Yeah, I understand. Like if you're walking in the
What
forest,
did I get?
what do you passively perceive? But in this case, I want you to roll because I want everybody to have their character sheet open and ready to roll stuff. So, oh yeah, you. Oh yeah, you.
Oh yeah, you.
Oh wow, you. Rolled well.
Holy fucking shit, he broke everything.
I have the observant feat.
Okay, so Thana and Varlas, and well, Alexander. Well, you'll get the second half of this, but the first half, Thana and Varlas, you guys hear horns. They sound like war horns, as if there is an army somewhere in the distance to the west. You hear hundreds upon hundreds of troops. Sounds like they're marching, and they seem to be going, oh, oh, oh. They sound orcish. Alexander, you hear the sounds of something in the distance that sounds like a lot of people doing something, but you can't tell what race or anything like that. So you do this.
And I kind of look back at saying like, there's someone nearby.
You guys hear that, right?
Yeah. Also, Jared, what did the book give me?
I'm not 100% clear as to
level.
what your book does, to be honest with you.
Basically the idea is that I take an item or object of non-organic matter, and I touch it to the pages. The item is then destroyed, but any information detailing the object or the place, for instance, in this case, it will go across the pages as if it's writing the book.
It's a bit sketchy because the water. I mean, we're just going to go ahead and say that you went up on the land and got some dry sand, and this land isn't traveled very much, but this seems to be a well-traversed area. There is all sorts of races that have been in this place. They all seem to be wearing some sort of boots and equipment. Other than that, it's kind of hard to discern anything else. It's just a beach in the middle of on the coastline. There's really nothing else significant about this place.
Alright. I close the book and look over. It doesn't appear that there's anything special about this place, so as to why we all washed up here,
Yeah, it's just
beyond me.
It's logging all of the things that were like present in this place in the past, let's just say week, and it's continuing to write. There's just all sorts of races and creatures, and it's a well-traversed area, but it's just walked on. There's nothing else. It's people passing through for whatever reason.
It's not special.
It's not special.
It's mundane.
Yeah.
Looking this over, I nod my head and say, well, I don't believe that any of this is super important. I have a list of races here that will pass through here, but that's it.
Would you like to know something that is important? Orcs.
What about orcs?
What about orcs?
Do you all not hear that?
I hear movement. Is that what that is?
It sounds like orcs.
Yes, Alexander, they are orcs.
So I kind of just keep my arms out and ready, like. So what do we do?
We're on a beach right now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is there any foliage nearby?
Sure, foliage.
Yeah, there's some plant growth that are like little things that are popping out of the sands, or seaweed that's washing up, stuff like that. Nothing, stuff you would see on a normal beach, but a little bit darker, if you will.
Probably would kill me if I went near it.
Yeah, you're not necessarily sure without a roll of nature if it will attack you or not.
Oh shit. Oh, there went my idea. Okay.
Those of you who got the higher rolls, you hear what sound like hoofs, like of a horse galloping. And it comes over one of the there's like this beached area, and then they kind of like mounds up. There's like a big hill, so you can't see what's on the other side, and it kind of like this creature comes over the other side. It looks just like this, as if, and she seems to have broken bindings on each wrist, and the chains hanging as if the bindings have been broken, and she seems to be running and sweating and panicking, and she's looking behind her. And then she looks in front of her and sees you guys and kind of stops and slides a little bit on the sand from her momentum, and then kind of slowly starts backing up, and she looks terrified.
She kind of puts her hand out to stop Alexander from making any moves and slowly moves towards this creature. Easy.
Reaching up underneath the cloak for a moment, and I look at the others. If you mean no harm, you can stay with us.
So that's the centaur, right?
Yeah, and she also has the dark skin like you guys, unlike the picture, but just so you know.
I nod my head.
Much gas.
I look forward, and I kind of follow behind Thana, and I hold up a hand saying, "Easy. Are you okay? You look like you just escaped from something. Please, we just washed up here. Maybe we can help you."
Does she even understand us?
What's Immoshen doing?
I'll test Common with her, and if she doesn't seem to respond, I'll test Elven next.
She doesn't. She actually says something in, she goes, I'm going to
use comprehend language.
I don't know French.
It's Sylvan.
Oh.
Damn. Wait, if she knows Sylvan, I speak in Elvish. Do you understand this language?
So you start speaking in Elven?
Yeah.
I will start speaking in Elven.
Because I know that some people who know Sylvan also know Elven.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so what are you saying in Elven?
I say, are you able to understand me now?
She nods.
I know.
She'll speak in Elven as well. Okay. We mean no harm. Come closer.
Says, what's Immoshen doing? Right?
Immoshen?
She just went back to his stance, the rod still in her hand, but not sizzling anymore. She just watches from the shadows.
She looks... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, all of us have just woken up here. Perhaps we can help you in return for your help. We know nothing about the area we had woken up in. And it looks like you're in need of assistance.
Hold on, yeah. Huh?
So you're just hiding in the shadows, are you there, Ray?
She points to the north, and she says they're taking they're ransacking city by city. This is all in Elven. City by city, and she says they killed my sister in front of me. I do not know their purpose, but if you can protect me from them, then I will be in your debt. This is essentially what she says.
I nod and look back, and speak in common, saying, We should move out from this location. According to her, there's a band of orcs who are attacking and raiding cities nearby. If we stick around here, we're sure to get swept up.
Technically, she never said orcs. She just said they.
Oh. I'd say there's a band of raiders then.
But with your passive perception of 25, you would have fucking heard the orcs.
Well, I'm gonna say, also I know it's orcs because you said it's orcs, Plasmus.
Yes, I did. There we go.
So I say... So yeah, that's what I say. I say there's a band of orcs raiding towns nearby. We're sure to get swept up by them if we stay here. We should go along with her and get away from this place.
Okay, so she kind of gallops closer to you, and she says in Elven, she's like, where do we go?
I look over to her and I look to her and say, opposite side of the ocean. I need to get a bearings on the land.
They'll surely see us.
I open up my lore book and flip through it. Let's see, do I have anything?
Why do we not just kill them all?
Can I mention one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Think about
I'm
it.
not sure if you can see, but Immoshen will walk forward and grab a pebble from the beach, and she'll cast darkness on it.
Oh, thank you for reminding me about that.
Okay. What is that, like a 30-foot radius?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're all cast in darkness.
And I can carry it around.
And it's
Just good
magical
luck
darkness, so dark vision doesn't apply here, correct?
No, it will hide us from now, what we think.
Okay. Alright, so you all shrouded in darkness.
I can't see a thing. Where could someone give me their hand? Hello?
Alright, you reach out and
She
you grab
will
Natalia's...
hesitantly approach.
I kind of am careful about letting her approach, like, and I'll even just grab the man's hand, like.
She kind of gives a grin like she completely knew Alexander was gonna pull that and turns away like, fuck you.
Okay, so those of you who heard before will have an action before this happens, but an orc is actually... a couple of orcs are going to appear over the side of the hill to see what they can see, but you will hear them coming, those of you who made the check before. But you are shrouded in darkness.
Oh,
Just like,
oh,
stay still.
perfect. I kind of look at the drow and whisper, your skills will be useful to me.
You feel a very sharp prick by your neck.
Ow, son of a bitch. No, you'll see why. So it's magical darkness, right? It's the darkness spell.
Yes,
So that means none of us can see out of it.
correct.
I can actually see. I actually am the only one who can see out of it, as if it's just regular darkness.
I knew one of you would be able to. So these are what the orcs look like over here on the side of the page.
And I definitely cannot see them.
One of them looks like a brute, making all sorts of noise, and the other one looks very stealthy, and you actually do not hear them until you don't know they're there until you see them. You don't ever hear them. Or it.
Where did all of my level 2s go?
Okay, so
They seem to be sniffing. They're like, I smell flesh, but I don't see flesh.
If I
so
don't, just to confirm, I do not have a reaction here, right?
Well, I mean, this was before they even came up the hill. Those of you who heard could have done something. If you don't, you guys will hear, but you won't see what's going on. You'll hear the orc talking, but you won't see, obviously, because you're in darkness. So unless you come out.
All right. If I hear them say that, then I'm going to walk over to Alexander and say, and just whisper ever so silently, I apologize in this for advance, but I can't see a thing. And I'm going to just touch him anywhere.
I just put a hand on his shoulder, like, fine.
I touch him, and I cast guidance.
What's that do, Joltz?
1d4 to any ability check of your choice, including attack rolls.
Nice. So while we're in the darkness, I just, as an action, turn invisible.
Okay. Nobody sees this because nobody can see.
Alright, just wait. Just in case anyone else can see through the darkness like I can, I don't want them to see me.
I'm going to cast invisibility as well.
Okay.
Mine doesn't cost a spell slot, which is the best part.
You guys hear every step. Real quick, you guys hear every step that this brute guy takes, and you hear footsteps kind of approaching you guys. But what were you gonna say?
I'm going to cast
Prestidigitation.
Okay.
I'm trying. And I'm going to make the entire area smell like rotting corpses.
Yeah,
Okay.
corpses.
It sniffs more like. Suddenly, I do not. He's like looking around for the visual of what he's smelling. He doesn't see anything, and he's like, and he like rubs the little like braided hair going from his chin, and he just seems very perplexed, and he continues to like look around. His range going back and forth, taking a wide stance on his search, kind of searching the beach a little bit more thoroughly, but he's taken forever.
Jared?
Yeah.
This is Dungeon Master, sir. Would you consider this realm to be always in an area of dim light or darkness?
Yes, it is always in darkness.
Oh,
The
then
entire
fuck it.
world is...
I just walk out then, still completely invisible to this orc. So all he hears is shh, shh.
Roll me a stealth. I want to see how quiet you are. Because
I can use my
is
lute to
important
negate
too.
the sound.
All right, well,
Well,
you
do
guys
it
do
if
whatever
you're
you're gonna do. But you don't know that he's walking out because you can't see him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so and Alexander doesn't really try too hard. He's just shh.
Yeah, don't waste. Yeah. Okay. So there's like shuffling of sand. I mean, but nobody sees anything. He kind of like is alerted in your direction, and he's smelling. He clearly doesn't see you, but he seems to be sniffing in your direction and listening. But he's well. Let me roll. It's easier if I just roll.
I am completely invisible, so as long as he takes that gas.
Yeah,
he can
he's
at least-
sniffing and looking in your general direction, but he's not looking like at you. You can clearly tell he can't see you, but he's been indicated as to your general direction from your sound and smell.
Yeah. So I just approach close and just stop like a solid 5-6 feet away from him.
Mm-hmm.
24. As I just impale him.
Okay, so he's like, Bonato, come here, check. And then he falls to the ground.
As I just lift him into the air and as I become visible suddenly, blood and death for the god of hate and sin.
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Alright, what's your AC?
17.
Alright, you see it.
And though they can't see Thana anymore, they just hear a good
I have
boy.
disadvantage, don't I? Okay, you see a dagger come flying and it completely misses you.
Ding. Shall I roll?
It comes from like over the hill. You clearly know it's the other orc, but she's hiding. That's kind of what she does.
Okay. So after I kill the guy, I just grab. Is it obvious that anyone's going to be coming for me, or?
Well, you know that's somebody's throwing a dagger in your general direction, but based on the accuracy, they clearly do not see you.
So okay, so I just lean down, grab the dude's leg, and after a few seconds, I just once again turn invisible with this guy. And walk back to the darkness field.
His body, like, when you cut his throat, his head kind of split backwards, and eventually, like, as you're dragging it, his head will separate from his body. If you're okay with this. Or did you just
I was
stab him
going
in the heart?
like, I impale him, like, through the stomach and through the chest.
Okay, I was just doing it more for flair. Okay, so yeah.
No, I
body...
like it. I like the fact that I'm leaving just a huge blood trail.
Yeah, so yeah, his body, so you just, this invisible blood trail is appearing from nowhere, and as you're dragging him.
And I just drag him back into the field of darkness. Just wait.
You hear, all of you are going to hear this, and just without rolling, you're going to hear the sounds of footsteps leaving behind the mound in a hurried pace.
So the other guy left.
No longer trying to hide their sound.
Nice job.
Full retreat, or yeah.
Man, I'm glad I went with the warlock. I was gonna go for a paladin and shit. That works. As the blade seems to have disappeared in the time that I've turned invisible and reappeared in the darkness.
Who here can speak Orcish?
I do not speak, only Celestial.
Anybody speak it?
I do.
Okay.
Immoshen speaks Orcish.
As this orc is running, you hear it say in Orcish. The rest of you guys just hear, I don't know how to do Orcish. But you hear this orc saying, basically saying, there are survivors over here, and they seem to have abilities. We must get them. It's pretty much
Get to the
shouting
chopper.
that kind of thing.
So,
Sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Immoshen's just gonna walk up to that rise and use her spear. And Jared, let me know if this is gonna be too overpowered, but I had it for once a day or once every 48 hours. She can cast Chain Lightning on it.
Okay, so you're going to go up on this mound, and when you go up on this mound, you're actually going to see into the distance. You're going to see how the size of this army, and this army is 30,000 strong.
Oh! And she turns around and walks back down.
Well, actually, I take that back. 29,998 with one in pursuit of the army.
You just walks back down, like, let's go. Let's leave this place.
Yes.
She actually speaks.
So does she actually tell us anything?
This is Lord of the Rings size army.
Oh, so when the Immoshen comes back, what does she say?
I don't know.
Like,
sorry.
Lots of
I'll
slaves.
be right back. But
not worth the fight. Let's leave.
Beware, shit will go down.
Dark Elf speaks things. And I just hook this body up over my shoulder as the giant blade I used to impale the dude is just gone. As I look to Lady Thana, shall I bring the gift? Oh, Ice.
Ice? Did you have to step away?
I don't know. Well, great. Yay! She laughed at my awesomeness I did there, but that's it. Ice! Damn it. So she might.
So, who else
nice.
thinks we should run away?
All of us.
Already
All of you
walking away.
retreating? Aye. So
You know that one part in Pirates of the Caribbean where it shows Jack Sparrow running along the beach? Yeah, that's my character right now. Running!
just like the elf fucking leaves, like, do we... Okay, let's go. But I don't know why I didn't think about this. This is like the perfect build. Holy shit.
Alright, I'm back.
So, yeah. Holy shit. We see the wood elf start running. We all look at each other. Okay, and just follow.
Okay.
So
Where is the elf running?
I pick up the elf. I pick up
In
the
the
dead
opposite
orc corpse.
The opposite direction would be the beach.
Ooh.
The
But
ocean.
we're on the beach.
Yeah, so there's the ocean to the east. then there's to the west over the hills. There's like a. Let me draw it.
The giant army.
Oh yeah, you can't see what I'm drawing, can you?
No.
So like this horrid purple line there is going to be like little hills. So the red circle.
Oh, so we're literally stuck on this
beach.
little peninsula.
So you go up on the hill, and then when you see that, you see like this army like out here.
Holy shit!
And they're marching
Y'all
south.
can swim.
How big is each hex? Holy shit!
Oh, it's not to scale.
Wow.
It doesn't encompass like 400 miles. I mean, it's not the scale. I'm just saying it's over to the west. They all seem to be they're being led by this person on a horse that has this rod, and at the tip of the rod is this jewel, and this jewel is glowing. It's like pulsating. The glow is pulsating, and he seems to be.
Can I kill it?
Looks like a tiefling.
I want to go kill it, guys. Can I go kill
Probably
it?
the shortest tiefling you've ever seen.
Does anyone mind if I go kill him?
What did he even do wrong?
I don't know. I want the jewel.
No.
I want the jewel. But surely it'd be useful. Lady Thana, can I go kill him?
She just gives them this look of, I swear you even twitch towards trying to kill it. I will punch you right now.
Yes,
And says
I
softly,
got in the game.
we do not know how strong it is. Leave it be.
I just kind of like lower my head below hers, which is not easy for him. He lowers his head below hers, of course.
All right. Immoshen. You hear a voice. What languages do you speak?
Let's see. Elvish, Common, and Orc.
Okay. You do
Well, you
not
got two of
understand
us-
what this voice sounds. It sounds very, very. It's like,
Evil?
I don't know how to do it. It's.
Is it so?
Out of game, it's draconic.
Oh. Wait, aren't you a dragon sorcerer?
I should use Draconic, yeah, because I'm a dragon sorcerer.
I didn't want
Yeah,
to
she
say
has
anything, but
draconic.
you should probably have draconic if you're gonna worship
Yeah.
the dragon.
Crap. Sorry. Space.
This is all in your head, no save. It says, if I were you, I would start swimming north.
As she just walks straight into the water. Just like, yep.
You guys see this?
She just slowly turns and watches this little drow and like looks at Alexander and then at the
He's not
others
little,
and
he's
says,
5'6".
When you start,
"Still shorter than me."
when you start walking into the water, you do not submerge. In fact, you start walking on the water.
So I offer to carry Lady Thana because I well aware she probably doesn't want to step in the muck like this.
Holy crap, she's Jesus.
By the way, while this is happening, there is a huge aura of hate coming out of you. In fact, if anybody is within 30 feet of her, you're filled with hate.
Death to war! I scream suddenly.
Yes.
She'll
Doesn't
climb
have to
onto
be towards each
Alexander
other.
because fuck it.
Could
If
be
I don't have
towards
to walk, I won't
situation.
walk.
What?
Who's emitting the hate?
That would be the dragon.
Emotion.
It doesn't have to be hate
Little
towards each
drow.
other. It could be hate towards the situation. Be hate towards the fact that she's walking on water and you guys have to trudge through it. It could be anything. The fact that there's words. It's just you're filled with hate.
So I, of course, will pick up Lady Thana, my 6'8" self, and just carry her through the water so she doesn't have to trudge through it.
She just grumbles annoyedly at the water like fucking piece of shit ass water. Sorry, God.
Okay, now, if there's one thing about the waters of the Shadow Realm is that they're very perilous and dangerous. You guys all need to give me perception checks as you walk through this water. Everybody.
You know what's
Perception
not good of
checks?
water and electricity?
Yeah.
Does my passive help me here?
Yeah, sure. What's your passive? 10?
25.
25? That's bullshit. How do you have a passive of 25?
He probably has like the observant feat and then he has like advantage on
Well,
perception and
I'm
everything.
not worried about it.
Yeah,
So-
I have College of Lore, which gave me expertise in perception, which brought me up to a 10, and then from the 10, I grabbed the observant fee, which gave me an extra 5 into
Alright,
passive.
Just like type a 25 in there so I can compare everybody. Okay, so I've got Alexander's, Immoshen's. Anybody else?
Thana.
Everybody else? All right. I'll tell you right now, the DC is 18 on this.
So
Oh.
Alexander got
Well, I have
this.
a passive of 21.
Yeah, use your passives if you have them. I don't care. It's either roll or use your passive in this situation, whatever one you want to do.
My passive is never good.
Okay. But those of you who meet the DC of 18 will see what appears to be a what looks like a gargantuan manta ray under the water. This thing is huge, and it seems to be swimming around in a circular motion around you guys.
I
Probably pissed it off.
keep just trudging through.
Okay.
If I see it approach, though, I'll do something. But
So there is a island that you see here on the map that is a good distance. It's it'll probably take you guys about an hour to get to it from here. Is there anything you guys wish to do in this hour besides just swim to it or walk to it in some people's cases? This thing is not going to stop surrounding you guys.
how deep is this water?
You do not see the bottom.
Yeah, how are we just trudging through it?
You're swimming.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's
just
why I'm
walking on it.
asking. Yeah, well,
We're
some of you are
basically
walking
swimming
on it,
in maple syrup right now.
pretty much.
I'm going to cast. Let's see. I don't exactly trust this thing, so I'm gonna cast resistance on myself.
If it even gives me a funny look, mate, I'm gonna stun for.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast, well, I'm already resistant to lightning and electricity damage, but I'm just gonna make sure I'm buffed.
Yeah,
I'm just prepping. I'm just prepping for a bonus saving throw in case that thing comes after us.
Okay. The Natalie is struggling to swim.
Who's struggling?
The NPC, Natalie.
Oh. So I just look.
I look back.
Oh.
But she'll be in the rear. She'll be within eyesight, but she's going to be in the rear by far.
How is she having such trouble crossing? She has like
it
four
almost
legs.
looks like she's kind of injured.
Hmm.
She's like the way she's swimming. It's very awkward looking.
I don't do anything. I'm like, I don't care that
No,
much.
who cares? Yeah.
I'm gonna help her out. I'm going to help her out and basically drop resistance and cast guidance on her, and then give her guidance of swimming and hopefully help her out a bit.
How close do you get to her?
I touch her.
Okay. When you get close to her, you notice she has something in her hand. But I mean, you touch her, so I'm sorry, you cast what again?
Guidance. Basically, give her D4 to swim check.
Okay, yeah. So you notice she starts swimming a bit better, and you see that the thing in her hand, the stuff in her hand.
You're already
Go in
walking
there and
on
give the dog a shot then.
That's funny. She actually, it looks like this green mossy stuff. She rips it in half and gives you some, and she shoves the rest of it in her mouth, and you see her take a dive in the water.
I look at so she gave me half moss.
Yeah, moss-looking stuff. You see what looks the horse half of her turn into it. She looks like a mermaid now.
Oh crap! It's Gillyweed from
Yeah,
Harry Potter.
Gillyweed. Yeah, there you go.
Seeing this, I shove the other half into my mouth.
The same thing
And
happens to you.
Oh. Oh. Well,
Um.
so, yeah, what, Immoshen, why didn't you just do that?
Within 30 feet, which is the exact radius of your hate.
So yeah, she just do you
Isn't that
cast
ironic?
it?
You hate walking on water, but it's convenient. Shit.
So,
I hate this.
So she just does that, and then I guess I'm still carrying her on top of the water, but I'm walking on the water now.
You have a... Come on, seriously. Alright, so the noble up there is just rubbing it in. And the two of you are swimming like mermaids. You have... give me a deception.
Me? Joseph?
Yes, you and, well, and her, but she's rolling. You notice that she swims underneath this thing, and this thing doesn't pay her any attention.
Would this be stealth or deception?
Deception.
Alright.
Because you're trying to pull yourself off as a creature that this thing normally wouldn't bother. You can roll stealth if you're trying to just stay hidden. Then you can roll it as well.
It would have been actually less, so I'll go with deception.
Okay. So you try to do the same thing. It doesn't fool it right away, but you kind of like go a little deeper into the darkness, and then this thing kind of just ignores you and focuses on the people that are Jesus seen on the water. It's gonna go and it's gonna try and knock Immoshen. It's gonna try and knock you into the water.
Be back really fast.
Wait, okay, does it start attacking?
Yeah, I mean we can roll initiatives if you want.
Hold on, no, as soon as it attacks, I just look at it and I just pull out a small black heart from some kind of poultry, and I just start to crush it as I cast that on it.
What's the DC?
Oh, my DC is DC 14.
Okay, I got a 17 on the dice.
Fuck. I'm not a great caster. I just cast every so often.
It goes to swim towards her, and it hesitates for a second, but then goes right back on its line and tries to lunge up.
Can I get a action if I see it?
Sure. Yeah, you guys have had eyes on this thing. It can't do anything as a surprise, so you'll always be able to react.
Yeah, that little spear I have, it's gonna hit the water right above it, and I'm gonna just fire off a lightning bolt in the water at it and see what happens.
Okay.
Nice.
Dex save. Well, wait, never mind. Ignore that. Oh, this.
She's like pushing the button on her weapon. It's like malfunctioning. She's trying to get it to work. She's like, "Come on."
Oh.
Excuse me. All right, so you pretty much just start electrocuting this thing and everything within. I'm just going to go ahead and say the lightning
feet?
spreading out. So 30 feet. Anybody within 30 feet of her.
Well,
is
it's
gonna
100 feet length, 5 feet wide, so straight down.
Oh yeah, but the water's going to spread
Water
it out.
will amplify it.
So it's going to spread it out a 30-foot radius from where you shoot it down. So anybody within that is going to have to make the reflex or whatever. But yeah, you pretty much start frying this thing. It's still kicking, but
It's fucking hesitant now.
Let's see your shadow swim away.
All right. So, but you guys continue on course. This thing is pretty much just going to observe at this point. It's had easier meals in the past. It's smart enough to know that this is a waste of its time and energy. So eventually, it's going to swim off.
Like, nope, done.
Yeah, like nope, nah,
Okay.
I don't try to eat things that shoot lightning at me. Not gonna happen.
He just smirks.
Usually because when you shove them within your mouth hole, they usually shoot lightning inside your body.
And then it summons 18 of its other friends, and you have 18 gargantuan. No, I'm just kidding. You guys will get to the island, and on this island, you will see it's pretty much deserted, except for there's just one tree, and it's withered away. It looks like the tree from the Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, after it's been withered away for a while. It's got a single leaf on it, and the leaf is the dark black. And as you guys get on the island, that leaf falls and slowly floats to the ground. And you see on the other, there's a bit of water in between you and the main island, but on the main island you see a city. And it seems, and you guys can hear horns going off in the distance.
I'm back.
Fuck you, Joltz.
Wait, what I miss?
What would you guys like to do?
Could you repeat that last part? Joltz interrupted and I can't hear.
You guys are on the island. There's a gap of water until the mainland, and then you see the city, essentially the city right here. It's very large, and there seem to be horns going off. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck, I just kind of look like... And I look at Thana kind of like, well, what do we do?
You'll see Natelli splash up onto the land and start forming legs and hooves again.
Well, you two had a nice swim.
When I get up, I kind of look around and look to her, saying, "That was amazing."
She says, "It is always wise to use nature to your advantage."
Where'd you find that stuff?
In the forest below, or in the forest, the maze, the forest maze is what she says. Sorry, it doesn't actually have a name.
That's fairly interesting. I'll need to have a look at that later.
Indeed. She says, "So are we to head to the city? Is this the plan?" She's talking to all of you guys, by the way.
I kind of look at Lady Thana like, well, is that where we should go?
So, we can see the town from here, right?
Yeah. Ignore the distance.
Can we tell
on the map.
what kind of town it is from here?
It is a very large town. It's got actually in the Shadow Realm, a lot of towns don't get very big because they're always under attack or they're just stricken by poverty. So to see a big town means that it's doing really well. These walls are actually made out of stone that are around the city. So this is a very large city. You guys can roll a charisma or wisdom check to see whether or not you know what the city is. Actually, you know what? I take that back. History. If you're not trained in history, it would be charisma or intelligence to know what the city is. Damn you guys!
I'm not even gonna try.
Natural 20.
Jesus.
All right.
Oh, 1 second here.
I'll roll.
Okay, Thana and Immoshen, you guys will know the city. It is called the Dots Off, but it's actually Tarn. And Tarn is actually it's a city that's known for its defenses. And you have actually, I'm going to go ahead and say, since you rolled a natural 20, you've actually been here before. Thana, Immoshen, nobody else has.
She'll list off what she knows of the place.
Yeah.
kind of looks at Alexander and kind of gives this cocky grin, like, and says, "I tend to go places when you're not looking."
Repeat that? I'm sorry, I was talking to someone. What's up?
She just explained what she knew about the town that they came into, and then looked at Alexander and teased him, saying that she tends to go places when he isn't looking. Because she's been to this island before.
Like he's only been in service to you for a little bit, so he's not too freaked out by it.
Just like, I have fun.
We actually have a contact there. His name is Job. J-O-B.
Would have been funny if it
I wonder what he does.
He's pretty lazy.
Oh, well then.
He doesn't do anything.
I guess he doesn't have one of his namesake.
No. But, so fast forward a little bit, you guys can, unless there's anything you guys wish to do, you guys will be able to get to the city, no problem. When you're, as you're approaching the city, there are 4 entrances. You guys are going to obviously enter in the south east, and there will be 2 guards. They are these 2 huge Goliaths.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
With each one of their tower shields are taller than all of you, like any one of you, and they have these long spears that are well crafted for the town. I mean, they're made out of like a low quality iron, but a low quality iron is a big deal in this continent. So, anyways, they will approach and they will say halt, but then they will spot eyes on you, Thana, and they say, and they seem to like turn their head sideways as if they kind of remember you.
I growl a little as I start to put my hand under my massive cloak again.
Nobles have nobles are known, aren't they?
Yes.
Well,
the Goliaths aren't known for their intelligence, though, so you're gonna have to do some wordplay.
Well, someone else say something, because I don't want to be the only one to reckon.
I give a small wave. Good evening.
They say,
So-
they kind of sniff around and they look at you and they say, and then they look at each other and it's like, they don't look like orcs. This one looks familiar, and they point to Thana. And they're like, look at the short one, and they point to whoever's the shortest.
That's probably Taliandai. And I kind of, or actually, who is the shortest?
I'm 5'7".
5'6".
I think I'm like 4'3".
What's far?
Okay. Then they point to you.
I sort of wave my hand. No, we aren't orcs, but we're friends of orcs.
They squint when you wave as if they can barely see you.
As soon as he says, "Oh, we're friends of orcs," I smack him upside the back of the head.
Wait, somebody says you're friends of orcs?
Yeah. As soon as he says, "We're not orcs, but we're friends of orcs," I smack him.
Wait. Okay, are we under a disguise spell right now?
No.
No, unless you say you
What
are.
point did you get a disguise spell?
Exactly, that's my
You are
point.
so fucking stupid.
I'm using what I got.
Orcs would be bad.
Right. As soon as he says, "No, we're friends of," shut up.
Well, the first thing they said when you got there is they're like, they don't look like orcs. So that would be an indication as to that you don't want to look like orcs.
It's like he goes to say that I pluck a string on the lute, it cancels out his word.
Smack.
Wait.
Shut up, idiot.
Me and my companions simply look for shelter.
You're being too nice to these dogs. Move aside
Something
now.
odd happens.
I laugh at her just suddenly.
Thana, when you
Aside.
start talking, one of them actually takes a kneel and bows his head to you, and he says, "My apologies, please enter." And the other one looks confused.
I look confused
She
too.
bows her head as well a little. Finally, someone who knows how to respect a lady.
Wait, I thought these guys were orcs. I heard orcs.
No, they're Goliaths.
Okay, that's where I got confused.
Joltz, you dingus.
I misheard one of the words, and I thought these two were orcs. So I
Sorry.
thought we were trying. That's okay. I would not said that then.
That's fine.
Smack
I
him.
figured. So yeah.
But yeah, I'll walk in with everyone.
She will
You're
pause a moment. And where is this Goliath? Is he up on a...
They're
thing, or is
guarding
he
like
out?
the gate that gets into the stone walls.
So they're in front of the gate?
Freaking
Yeah,
tall.
they're like they're the gates. Yeah.
She-
Gatekeepers.
Puts a finger upon the chin of the one that knelt and slowly raises his head. Rise.
Yeah, you actually have to like, even though he's kneeling, you still have to like kind of reach up and
Yeah, I know. I'm sure I'd probably have to go...
and you put your finger on his chin, and he will do as you say. He'll rise up.
She kind of looks him over carefully. Does he have a particular symbol? I'm wanting to know how he knows who I am.
No symbols that look out of the ordinary, or well, no symbols at all, really.
How do you know who I am?
He scratches his head and kind of shrugs his shoulders as if he's in confusion.
I just will go to barge past him and open the gate for myself. And this really just like nope, done.
Either way, I'll toss him a gold piece because he seems nice. I'm not a
That's fairly
complete
rude.
bitch.
That's fairly rude, Alexander.
Alexander doesn't do kind.
It's only in short bursts, half wet.
Natelli seems confused, but will walk in.
He follows in as well.
Oh, my head.
So I'll make sure the gate is open for Immoshen and Thana, but I don't care about the rest.
Okay.
Like ladies first. Fuck off, assholes. Move stuff.
The second you just let go of the gate, I just sigh and press the door open.
Okay. It actually, when the door shuts,
Hey,
it actually one of the glass will stop it from shutting and open it for you.
Oh, what a
Thank you,
nice
sir.
guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, such a gentleman. And you guys go into a bustling city. You guys actually, the first thing, well, you hear the chatter of the crowd and people around you, but after that, the first thing you notice is the singing coming from what appears to be the tavern to your right. It is the second building that you would come upon if you were walking down the main path going into the city. And,
Awesome.
It is a female, and her voice is not well. Okay, if you're in the realm of light, it would be not so good by their standards. But in the shadow realm, by shadow realm standards, it's actually pretty good. And singing, she's singing "The Circle of Life" from The Lion King.
In the circle.
Oh my god,
sounds
children,
just
please
like
stop.
that.
My head is killing me. Oh my god, stop. Please.
Oh
Oh my god. Oh, that really hurt.
So what do you guys
Am
want
I
to do?
really loud?
This is a very bustling city, and it does not seem to be affected by any orcish attacks from what it looks like. So.
So I just kind of will look for a place where we can lay our heads.
Okay. They're not very good at spelling. It says "inn" and it's like spelled "E-N", and then there's like a picture of a bed and a picture of like a cup of ale drawn on the sign. It's very makeshift and terribly written, but you get the
Is there
idea.
is there not a better place here?
Well, I mean, you could explore. Sure, there's. You can ask the person who's been here before as well.
Lady Thana, is there perhaps a place suitable for one such as yourself?
You would know that pretty much every entrance has its own tavern. It's divided into, it's like a pizza cut into 4 slices. Every gate goes down one of the slices, so there's pretty much a tavern for each area. and they're
Would
all
I know
pretty
where
much
to
the same
stay?
as quality. They're all pretty much the same. There's really nothing that, unless you particularly like someone from Job is from the Northwest District, is where he kind of hangs out, and he goes to that tavern. So that would be, you guys are in the southeast, so it would be pretty much a direct, straight shot across on the other side of the city to get to that tavern. Other than that, the taverns are pretty much all the same.
She kind of shakes her head. Here they are all the same.
Yeah.
There's none that are better or worse.
You would, based on your knowledge, you guys would probably be the most intelligent people in this place.
And they survive for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs.
Hey, Jared,
Yeah,
can I use my feature by popular demand?
you sure can. Based on your feature, you're known in this place for some reason, and probably the same thing with Jolt's character.
Yep. I also have the entertainer
So
background.
maybe you guys have played
I
here
am
once in
going
passing.
to Smack you.
Why?
For stepping on his toes, bro.
I can
Yeah.
take a different background.
Well, you're full on bard though, so I'm gonna give
Yeah,
you
you're a
the
much
benefit
better
of
bard
the
than
doubt.
me. I'm mostly cleric.
Yeah, he's turned from his bard ways. But anyway, so yeah, you've
I can play 2 instruments at once.
in passing. Why not pass through Tarn? It's Tarn.
Alright, well, I guess for now, while we're here, we're... So why not just find a nice tavern for us to... Or as nice as these guys get, which is
So
not very
mediocre?
good. Yeah, I go for the closest one here. I'm just like... Or no, I guess we should go for the northern one and just wait there.
Yep, I'm up for that.
Or we'll not wait there as much as we just will have our characters camp out there.
Everybody, give me a perception.
Yeah, perception.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Other end of the spectrum. Wow.
Well
Okay,
then.
so, well, I think we're waiting on one more roll, but, so, everybody but Alexander,
He's too busy, just like annoyed.
yeah, you're like, tuning your loot, you're like, you have dollar signs in your eyes, you know, you can make some money here. But,
Where's the loot?
What?
what?
That's not my character.
Huh?
I don't know.
I got nothing. Shut up.
But the rest of you, you see a hooded figure that seems to be kind of blending in with the crowd, and you get a glimpse of the face, and it looks a lot like the face you saw in your dream. But as you see it, it just kind of vanishes into the crowd, and then you see it again. And then those of you who got the 24s see his face again further down the street, and then it vanishes into the crowd.
You guys saw that, right?
And it looks you right in the eyes when you spot it, as if it knows you are looking at it.
Oh, shit.
At that, I'm immediately going to start heading after him.
So,
Okay.
you know what? As soon as we start to get past this area, I just so I'm not as imposing, just being this giant dude in armor, I stay invisible. Because, like you said, the whole area is darkened, right? Like, it's all dim light here in the Shadowfell, or Shadow Realm, right?
Yeah, but but everybody sees in the dark, so it's not as, the darkness
Well, that's
doesn't
not the
really
problem.
help. Yeah.
But what it does is basically, as long as I'm in a dim lighted area, I can just turn invisible.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much. Like,
So I'm just,
there are no
I'm gonna-
shadows cast because everything is in darkness.
so I just go. So I see them start to run off, and I'll ask, where do you go?
I'll be right back. He's just rushing off.
So,
And I'll just,
go
I
ahead.
saw them the first time, so I figure where they're going, and I just chase after them.
Okay, you guys are pushing through this crowd, and the crowd seems to be kind of resisting you a little bit. And as you're pushing through the crowd, you think you see 2 of this face, and then all of a sudden you think you see 3 of it, and it's almost like it's mocking you because you can't quite get to it. And then all of a sudden the crowd is kind of disperses, and then you're left in like there's hardly anybody around you, and you lose the person, and you're standing right in front of the other tavern on the opposite side of the city where you're heading.
What?
And there seems to be a small fog in the area.
Okay, so
The
yeah,
tone's
basically,
changed.
while we're in town here, I'm going to just be invisible, stalking Thana. So if anyone does something, I'll let them get close, but otherwise no one can tell I'm here.
Knowledge Arcana, anybody who has it.
A jack of all trades.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to start wrapping up.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I lost complete track of time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'll be able to play later, but I have to head out for now. So.
Well, no,
next
we're
Tuesday?
probably gonna be next Tuesday is gonna be the best time. Same time every time, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. And Jared, I'll have a backstory ready for you by then. So.
Yeah, once I get into your guys' backstories and I get a little bit more, these will be a little bit more, like, I don't want to push on anybody's background, so kind of stepping lightly here, but yeah, sure. We don't have much left. I just wanted to show you one big thing and then we'll be done, but if you have to go, you have to go, so.
All right, I'll get the scoop from Dimi tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
But
Cool.
have a good night, guys.
All right.
Have a good night. See you. Okay, we're about done, Ice.
Yeah, sorry it's going so late, guys. I completely lost track of time.
It's okay.
Yeah, give me like 10 minutes, if that. Basically, well, here, I'll just summarize. We'll just end it here. I'll just give you a little summary of what's going to happen. Basically, you guys all failed your arcanas, so you have no idea what's going on. But eventually, you guys are going to go through the city, and you're going to be talking to people, and it's going to seem strange. The people are going to be kind of, not robotic, but kind of, it doesn't seem like you're talking to their current self. And then eventually, you're going to come out into the city, and then eventually it's going to look like the city's just like been destroyed. It's going to be like smoking, everything's destroyed, buildings are still fizzling out from being burned, and you'll realize that this was all an illusion.
Holy shit!
Yeah, this entire city has been ransacked and it has been burned to the ground, and what you were seeing was an illusion.
Well, that's fucked.
So, one thing you'll learn from this is that whoever it is you're dealing with is a master at illusion. And that's the one thing I wanted you to get from tonight's session, is that the person you're dealing with is a master at illusion.
Oh boy.
Okay, cool. Good
Explains
shit.
how
How
to
much
infiltrate our dreams.
Yes, he's very good at what he does.
Anyway, good shit. Good
So-
shit, guys. Holy shit. So next week will be official session 1.
Yeah, I mean, unless I don't want to, again, I'm always afraid I'm stepping on Matt's toes here. I don't want to step on Matt's toes, so whatever.
No,
we
you're
decide
not
is
stepping on
great.
my toes at all.
He wants to play.
Is this the group we're sticking with? Do we want to get somebody else? I mean, it sounds like everybody here is pretty solid.
Yeah, I think we got a solid group.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what happened? I cut out right then.
Everybody died. A nuke went off and everybody died.
Everybody fucking died,
Yeah.
and I possessed the entire town, and now it is mine.
It's no longer
You
the
died
Shadow
too.
Realm. It's called the, whatever her character's name is, Realm.
Thana's place.
The Thanos.
It's not called
realm.
Thana's place.
Yeah. It's called Thanos' chill out locale. No. Basically, what happens is you guys will interact with the people. They seem very, like, it's almost like they're not current. Like when you're talking to them, it's like you're talking to their past selves, and the information, and you'll eventually learn that this entire thing is an illusion, and the illusion goes away, and the entire city is burned to the ground. And it's been burned to the ground for a good time. Like, some of the buildings are still burning, and the entire thing was an illusion.
What?
Yeah. So the person that you're dealing with is a master at illusions.
Wait, does that mean the Goliaths were illusions too?
Everything was.
But she touched one.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
Well, we all know how illusions work. If the mind believes it, then it's real.
Yep. In this case, the odds are the DC to save against illusion spells were so high that having her roll it would have been pointless.
Well, if there's no roll for an illusion, that should tell you something.
Because normally if you touch one and you disbelieve it, you roll a disbelieve roll immediately right then and there. But in this case, if he's that powerful of an illusionist, that means it wasn't even a roll to begin with.
I'll say this, there are some things more powerful than magic in my world. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. So